Good morning, everyone. I'm Jim Fitch, Vice President of Engineering at New Way Industries. Today, we're going to show you how we use paperless to generate a quote and then to transfer that information over to Epicore, where it can be used downstream for servicing sales orders and shop floor methods. So this is a typical quote, pretty simple for us. We typically do much more complex quotes, but for purposes of demonstration, this will allow things to go a little quicker. So this is a sheet metal part, as you can see. I can open that up in the viewer. And with the viewer, you are able to view the part. And when the process is applied, you can look at it and see how it unfolds and so forth. That's basic functionality, which is great. Here's the header information, which we fill out, notes to the client. This particular part said it had an unfolding issue, but that was really just these lance forms here, which are technically forms, but the part did unfold correctly. This is kind of a typical BOM structure or a routing structure here. So we built the tool so that when the process is applied, it will go find children parts like these and create separate operations for them. Your mileage may vary. You can architect the system any way you see fit. This is how we like to run it. Once this is done and you've done all your pricing information, you close the quote down and we're going to finalize it. And what that does is that will lock the quote down and send it, in this case, to me. This is our template form. It's going to send it to me and me and me. This verbiage here is default, but that can be anything you like. That's just like an email form, so you can fill that out. This is a link to the quote, which will look like this. This is a preview of what that's going to look like. And then we send it. That finalizes the quote and puts it into the done pile. That now shows up in my outstanding group. And we'll pretend that we got the order. And then we facilitate the order. So that's just a series of basically filling out form information. So let's say client bought 100. We're going to pick that. That'll create the order. We have a purchase order. You can upload a purchase order if you have a PDF of that, or you've scanned something and made it a PDF. It's not required. And so we can say, put a PO number in there. We save that. And we'll save that. And we're going to bill it to us. No shipping fees because it's staying right here. And this is kind of a summary of the order information. We save it. If we like, we can send a point of contact in here, and we can send a confirmation to the customer. And that's pretty much it. So you have the ability to review the various fields of information. When you're happy with what everything says, you complete the order. And you'll see here that the order has been facilitated. I can go to that order and now see it in my order pile, which has a link back to the quote. So I can go right back to the quote. Now this quote has been finalized, so it's locked down. You can view things, but you can't change anything now. Everything's locked down. So I can open up fields and look at the information and see it, but I can't change anything. I can't type in any of the fields. So let's go take a look over here at our integration. And in the integration, once that order is queued, it will pop up here and show. So order 62 is completed. If I click on it, it now tells me it's done, and it shows me the quote number that it landed in Epicore. If we open up Epicore here, and I paste that quote number in, there's the quote. Here's the line right here. And if I go to the manufacturing steps, you'll see that it's built a BOM. Here's my list of operations. Here's my list of materials. And they've come through intact. Same thing with materials. These are the materials that were in the quote. So these are material records. These are the labor operations. These link to and are tied to our similarly named operations in Epicore. And so from here, you can pull a sales order. And from here, so I can create sales order. So this will pull the information over and populate our sales order entry system, which I won't do. And then engineers can also bring this information over to our engineering workbench. So they can pull that from here. So I can load engineering data from here. And that's the process. So we've created the quote in Paperless. We've sent it to the client. Client has responded with an order. We facilitated the order, and Paperless pushed it over to Epicore. And here it sits in Epicore for downstream activities in our ERP system. That's kind of the process, front to back.